It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran, former #1 pick back in 2009.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Play action, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since '08, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays, and yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by Rison. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, Ryan. Throw caught there by Crumpler. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Turner. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson from 13 yards out. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 7. Stafford now to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. And once again, this is Sanders. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Stafford. He's going to drop this down to Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Stafford. That pass complete to Moore. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. Now 3rd down and 7. as they've got it as we resume action. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So on fourth down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he returns this to the 22. Matt Ryan going to lead his offense back out. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. Ryan. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's more. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Running right, here's Sanders. A strong running. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Moore, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And in for the Lions touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown, and the Lions have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Ryan.
Into the hands of Rison. That's complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now it's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Ryan. Looks for White, but it's intercepted.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Second and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Turner. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here's Ryan.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football.
They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Stafford. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Stafford. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford looks to throw again. Complete. It's Johnson. And out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Prater's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. Powering his way forward. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's got White here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Ryan on 1st down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ryan.
That's caught by Rison.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a vintage first half from the veteran Matthew Stafford. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. That one goes for 24 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. That's complete to White. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Play action. It's Ryan.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Man open. Here is Jones. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Ryan will throw again. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and goal from the 1. Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 1st down, Stafford here.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Moore, the motion man. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
They'll run on first down. It's Turner, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd down and 3.
It's caught. This is White. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 2.
Up the middle they go. Turner, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that's going to tie things at 20.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They can't beat us straight up.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He finds his man Johnson. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now Stafford. Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. It's caught by Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Again, it's Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathe.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Falcons offense set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Into the hands of Rison. That's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On first down, it's Turner. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 5. Here's Ryan. It's complete to his big target, Crumpler. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. To throw again is Ryan. Throw caught there by Crumpler. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Turner. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. Now a carry for Sanders. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught downfield by Morton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now a play fake it at Stafford. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
This is 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Prater's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now Ryan on 1st down. Finds White, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Ryan. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's Ryan. That's complete to White. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing now is Ryan. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Ryan to throw. Able to find Jones. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Now Ryan. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. First throw in overtime for Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Here's Sanders, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 102 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it, all right? I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Play action. Stafford. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Sanders is in for a Lions touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First throw in overtime now for Ryan. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan back into his end zone. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. To throw from his end zone, Ryan. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.